So, what's the difference between this and this? Former is a propaganda ad made by the Department of Homeland Security's Make America Safe Again program. Meanwhile, the latter is the 2025 film One Battle After Another. So, what's the difference between them then? You'd be correct to swiftly point out how the Homeland Security's video is much uglier, lazier, and overall more poorly made than the film One Battle After Another. You'd also be correct in noticing the different framing of each of their protagonists. That the propaganda ad frames the military men as brave soldiers saving the city from their immigrant invaders, and One Battle After Another shows that military men are sadistic, violent perverts whose only remedy is the fun-loving revolutionary protagonists. That the immigrants are just trying to live their lives and are constantly terrorized by raids like these. One of our protagonists, played by Benicio del Toro, hosts, in his character's own words, a Harriet Tubman-style operation, relating the plight of the modern-day immigrant to the plight of the slave. And so the perspectives of who's the good guy and who's the bad guy is completely and wildly different between these two. But I think there's something that's really important that we need to pay attention to in the differentiation of these two. And it's actually so crucial that you can apply it to anything that you're watching, any kind of media. Like, it might be obvious to say this, but the main difference is that, well, one's a movie with actors and one is of actual military men. Like, Sean Penn's not this, supervillain in real life. He's an actor playing a character. Meanwhile, these soldiers are real and they're serious threats to the immigrant population in America. Despite being such a clear delineation, I think it's extremely important. Because at the end of the day, aren't these soldiers also acting? I mean, they are performing their real job, but they're also posing for the camera. So you're going to tell me that these slow-mo shots filmed on high-grade cameras are just candid? Like, these weren't filmed on someone's phone. This is a commercial. Like I said at the beginning, it's propaganda. It's designed to make the audience think certain things about the military. It's made to frame them in a certain light. It's made to glorify them. This is not documentary footage. And even if it was, I think we seriously need to adjust the way that we look at documentary footage. We can't just see what's going on and take it for what it is. Because there's always a narrative being told. There's always a driving force behind anything that you see. There's a product being sold to you. There's a hero, there's a villain, there's a mood that you're supposed to be set in. But I think the best works of art are ones that don't tell you what to think, but instead teach you how to think. One Battle After Another is extremely deceptive, but it's aware of its deception. One of my favorite scenes in the movie is one where Sean Penn's character is coming out of a meeting from his Christmas club inauguration, and he's told that if they ever find out that he slept with a black woman, that he's going to get removed from the club, or worse. And this realization sets in for him, and the music swells. I don't know if any of you saw this in IMAX, but if you did, it's blaringly loud. It's purposefully artificial. The movie is almost yelling at you, telling you that what you're watching isn't reality, it's a perspective. It's a work of fiction, wholly and thoroughly. Meanwhile, the propaganda is trying to show you something as if it's reality, and in reality, it's fiction. I mean, it clearly is fiction. We need to be discerning from what we watch. If something tells you that it's real, then maybe you should think, is it? Even if you're watching something like fly on the wall security cam footage, why are we watching this chunk of it? Why is it edited to the point where we are seeing only what we are seeing? Why are we seeing it, and who wants us to see it in that way? This will only become far more difficult to discern from reality when it comes to AI footage. But AI footage that pretends to be real sets off an alarm in my head. I'm not going to go as far as to say that nothing's real and everything's imaginary, but I am going to say that there's an ever-growing thinner line between fiction and reality. Reality's looking all the stranger, which is why a film like One Battle After Another is so real, because it's so abstract and surreal. For as ridiculous as characters are, many of our political leaders are equally, if not more, ridiculous. We truly live in strange times, and so it's important to understand that fiction is fiction. To think about how much sense common sense is. To think about what good does intuition really get you. And to think about liking, commenting, and subscribing. This has been Sessions on Cinema, and thank you for watching.